Every, all in attendance except for Councilwoman Samples. And we have no old business, but first we'll approve the minutes from our prior meeting. Is there a motion for approval? I have a motion for approval. Is there a second?
Second.
And I have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing and seeing none, the minutes pass. The first and only piece that we have on public service is 5A, and it is a resolution. I think it means declaring, but mine says delaying. So if necessary, to improve Romig Road between the termini of I-76 and Vernon Odom Boulevard by paving, grading, and constructing and reconstructing curbs, concrete sidewalks and driveway approaches, installing roof drain pipes and street lighting, and planting trees, and declaring an emergency. Okay, I believe it'll be Mr. Luddle or Mr. Moore, or, okay.
You have the 18 today.
Yeah, I'll tell ya. And all
Thank you.
dressed up to boot, too.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the committee. Yes, this is a full improvement of Roming Road between Vernon Odom and Route 76. We're pretty excited about this project. It's a transportation project. We're going to fully improve the road, and we're going to tie into Barberton and the new ODOT work that's going to make that exit and entrance ramps there at State Street. So,
This is a very costly resurfacing, correct?
well, it's we're going to tear out all the concrete and do a full improvement. So I got to thank engineering, and they put this project together and it scored very well with OPWC. So we received over $9 million of grant money from OPWC. So Mike Tiadecki, Randy Kearns, Jim Hewitt, I think's here, and everybody that was involved. This is quite an impressive project, and it scored very high to get that kind of money.
And so we want to thank those of you sitting in the last pew of Council Chambers for all of your work that you did. I had to kind of pull it out of Mr. Luddle here, but it's out on the floor now. Thank you for a $9 million save on our end. Okay, are there any comments from the members of the committee? Councilman Fusco.
So it's it said that we're tearing up the concrete.
Yes.
What are we going to replace it with?
We're looking at asphalt, but we're also going to get a price on concrete.
Okay. Asphalt would be my vote. If it matters.
Anyone else from the committee? Is there anyone from Chambers, council member, that would like to speak? Councilwoman Amobian.
Which would have a longer lifespan, the concrete or the asphalt?
Well, the concrete would, but it's the cost difference, you know. So we'd have to look at the useful life of the concrete versus asphalt, but how many times could you resurface versus replacing the concrete?
I see. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there anyone else, council members? Hearing and seeing none, what is your pleasure?
Could we ask for suspension of the rules? Because this is just going to start the process for the assessments, and then we will bring legislation and ordinance later once we get that process done on the full project.
I think since you were able to tell us how much the last pew in council chambers saved us, I think that's a request that we should be able to honor. So do I have a motion for suspension of the rules? I have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing and seeing none, this will go down for
Thank you.
suspension. Yes, surely. Is there anything else to come before public service? Seeing and hearing none, we are adjourned. Thank you. No, thank you. Let me thank those guys back there.